Hello all, my name is Michael Tinsley, and I am your student's U.S. history teacher. I hope this video finds you well and your families well. As I said, I will be your student's U.S. history teacher this year, and under normal circumstances, I would be sitting in my classroom with you right now, and we would be discussing the class. However, due to these circumstances, I am sending you a video remotely from my home. I want to start with the challenges of this year, first of all. I know for some of you, you have multiple children at home. You might have internet issues or Wi Fi issues. And I want to say that I understand these problems, and there are ways in which your students can still succeed even with these challenges. Um, One of the biggest things I want to explain for these challenges right now is the fact that if your child can't get online to Zoom and is having struggles with internet or anything like that, they can still stay up on my class. Uh, if a child is absent from the Zoom meeting, he or she can email me that day and say, I'm having trouble with Zoom, and I can point them in the direction where they can continue to do the work and push themselves forward without losing any sort of ground. Um, it's just really important that your student does email me so I can tell them to check the agenda and they can do the work, post it, and then I can go back to the attendance office and make sure that they get marked present. So I really want to make that a point for this whole thing, as a, if they're not able to Zoom, they still can succeed in the class. Uh, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am the U.S. history teacher for the year, and we do have a justice focus. This is the Justice Academy, and we will be focusing on a lot of justice this year. Before I get into that, I do want to tell you about the focuses that I am working with your student this year as well. I started the year talking to them about building capital. And there's a number of capitals that kids can build throughout their high school years to make it easier in college and in life. So the first one we talked about was economic capital. And I'm going to be using economic capital as kind of a tent for building their skills online throughout the class, computer skills, interacting on Zoom skills. All of these skills are going to help build their economic capital. So when they go out into the work world, they have these skills sharpened. And I'm not starting these skills, they have already started them. But what I am doing is continuing the process of getting them better at these skills. Um, I will discuss how we will be building economic capital a little bit later. The second one is social capital. Uh, when kids work as team members in groups, when kids are discussing things on Zoom calls and the like, they're building their social capital. When they are asking questions on the chat, these are all capitals that they can continue to build up on. So we will be discussing and working on these throughout the entire year. And the third one is the emotional capital. I am trying to reach out to your children on a regular basis, see how they're doing, to catch up with them, wish them happy birthday, whatever it is, so that they feel a part of things. I think it's very important in these times that I reach out to the students so that they have the ability to have their voices heard, to be able to ask me questions and these kinds of things to lessen the amount of stress potentially building up. All right. As for the class, ladies and gentlemen, um, I want to help your student along throughout the entire year. Okay, and I really think that communication is key. There's a number of ways that the students can communicate with me, and you as well communicating with me. Uh, as I said before, our focus is justice. We are in the Justice Academy. And over the summer, with all of the terrible events that have happened, I have been doing some reading on justice topics. And throughout the year, I'm going to be focusing on this book. This book is How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. Mr. Kendi lays out a number of ways in which we as society can become more anti-racist. And I'm going to be infusing these in the class as we go forward. One of the ways I'm doing this is I have started developing a project with your students, and this project is a justice focused project and how they can look at history and incorporate a number of different events into a slide project that they are going to do for each semester in my class. So research is going to be really important in this class because this is an ongoing project and it's built into their grade and it's going to have a very, very large impact on their grade. So the research that we do regularly, where I ask them to go research topics, where I ask them to create slides, where I ask them to build on information throughout the year and throughout the different time periods in the U.S. history, this is going to be an important skill. This is building on that economic capital that I've spoken of. And all of this research that they do ultimately will lead us to April and May when the kids are required to do a research paper. So by front loading it here now and giving them time to research and having me look at these projects and look at the way they're composing things and building this project is my hope that down the line when we do this research project, their papers become very good because they're used to the research. They're used to going after and finding different sources and documenting these sources. So that's the big thing for my class is this justice-focused project. And we will be looking at a lot of justice and injustice throughout American history. That's part of the curriculum that I have designed for this year. Reading about different people, reading about the challenges and the good things that have happened in U.S. history and the extraordinary things that have made this country, but not forgetting that there have been challenges throughout history. The readings that I will be giving the kids, the projects will have this justice focus embedded in it. So when we're working in class, it's really important that they are focusing on this and they're asking me questions so that they can get their project to a point where they feel proud of it. We will be doing a number of things in my class, like I said, projects, different readings, all building towards building that economic capital on how to read and write effectively, look at different points of view, and argue with facts. It's a really important thing that they argue with facts. In just wrapping this up, ladies and gentlemen, I am working with your kids throughout the year on this class. So I accept late work. If homework comes in late, they still get credit. Attendance is really crucial, that they show up to class and engage in the class and participate and ask me questions. It's very important that these parts of the class remain. Instead of being in class, they are on Zoom, but it's still important that they do keep up with the work. As for homework, because of the challenge, I don't want to overburden them. A lot of the stuff we do in class, and therefore they won't have hours and hours of homework at home. My syllabus is on Canvas if you wish to read it. It spells out all that they need to know about my class. And the final thing that I do want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is that if families do run into trouble throughout the year, if it requires that you leave the state to help family out, if it requires that a child is going to be out for a significant amount of time, it's really important that you let me know so I can put together something that they can find and do so that they are continuing their success. There is the possibility that they can still be mobile and tune in on Zoom with me, and we can talk about that if need be. But it's really, I think, the communication piece in this period of time, since I'm not seeing your student on a daily basis and able to connect with them that way, it's really important that that communication online really is maintained so that I can help in any way I can. We are all facing challenges this year, And I want to make sure that I at least reach out to you to allow you to understand that your students' challenges are my challenges. All of my information is on Canvas, so please ask your student to go on Canvas and show what they've done grade-wise. You can see my syllabus, you can see their project, etc., and get comfortable with that. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you my email. My email is mtinsley@lbschools.net. Feel free to email me. I'm very good at getting back to email. I don't have my voicemail set up yet at my school phone, but if you also would like to, you can email me on Canvas and I will get back to you there as well. I hope this finds you well once again, and if you do have any questions, please feel free to email me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Hope you have a good day. I hope we have a great year, and I look forward to seeing you at Open House in May together once again. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen, and go Poly. Thank you.